Meters are working, everyone.
Dude, they're really working.
In today's video, we test 5 saunas for EMF randomly. Hi, I'm Matt. If you've seen the 700 videos on the YouTube channel, you know this is not the first time we've EMF tested something. However, there is one thing different today. I went out and ordered the cheap little EMF meter that you guys are using, did some preliminary results. The reason I have it on the board is because I don't trust it. We get really weird readings with it sometimes. You can see in all the EMF testing videos over the last 6 years, we've done this several times. And in, I think, over 42 sauna brands that we've been in, we found some interesting results. But today, we're just going to give you a quick run through, test 5 saunas real quick so you can see the results. So this is a Heavenly Heat Eco. It's their smallest sauna. Sometimes in really small saunas, because you're close proximity, you can have a little bit higher EMF levels, but these guys pride themselves on craftsmanship. I actually haven't checked this sauna since we received it. I don't remember what the actual values are, but let's go in with the meters and see what happens. So we'll go right at the backrest. Can you see that, Aaron?
Yes.
Okay. So it's difficult here to spot check certain areas because we're using the board, but instead of using a grounding cable, the reason that we use the board is to also eliminate human interference, which can kind of collect electric fields and then discharge once you're close to the source of an emission. I'm sure there are certain spots of the heaters that can spike in certain areas, but I haven't seen your cheap little EMF meter go off at all, which is a little alarming. I don't know if this really works or what. All right, so we got a value that's not 0 out of it. Cool, that's normal. Usually control panels and stuff can only be shielded to be within a couple of inches, but in the seated body position, I don't get any, emissions in here. Just wanted to make sure your cheap little meter is working, and now we'll move on to the next sauna and see if we get anything. Super clean, just as advertised, which I always love. And let's go to the next one. Next up is a Healthmate. This is a 2-person Healthmate. Brand new model. I haven't used this one too much, but we do have it here. One of the things that stopped this sauna from making the certified sauna list last year was some of these levels. But if we come in here and look, we'll see some decent levels. Not terrible. Not something that I wouldn't use, but not necessarily the same advertised. It's not too bad though.
What's your overall reading that you're getting?
I can't tell because you have to do spot checks. So you have to take one of these off and then go to a specific place. I don't trust this meter at all because I don't think that 0 milligauss is accurate. So it seems to me that there's a delay. It's showing 0 milligauss even when we get close, which is obviously not replicatable on a professional meter, which would be like one of these. This is a triple axis Gauss meter, so it is compounding XYZ, which reveals a lower level, which is cause for concern, right? But I think it's just because this is a $30 meter and it doesn't necessarily calculate in the same fashion. So it does match a tri-field, so that's kind of interesting. The other thing that matters is where the sensor is on the meter itself, right? So like the Cornet meter, the sensor is in a different spot on this meter than it is on this. So when you stick it up next to a source, right, like your measurement is actually a different distance from it. So we're basically just using the board to take averages and show you, in seated body position, you really don't need to jam meters up into something. We're just doing it to make sure that this one is working because I just don't trust it. But it is a good indicator. Is it red or is it blue? Is there something present or is there not? So this is a Healthmate. Average readings are 100, 200. It looks like milligauss wise, I don't know. I think it's like 4, 5, something like that. And now we'll move on to another one. Now we're moving on to the Clear Light Sanctuary. Let's check it out. So Clear Light Sanctuary, relatively low, 2 milligauss, 15 volts a meter. Get a little more milligauss, 1.5. Looking pretty solid. You could jam it in there and get something if you wanted to, but really seated body position, pretty good. Uh-oh. You guys with this meter, man, I don't know what the deal is. It just shuts off randomly in the middle of of doing stuff. Oh, we have some missions there, sir. Boobity boobity boo. I've been telling you guys, a lot of people say, well, Matt, why do you say different things about the premiere than the sanctuary? If you can't see what's happening, I don't know what to tell you. But no, really, if you come in closer. The emissions on a sanctuary are not the same as a premiere. But if you come out to the knee or to the seated body position, you'll end up being in the blue zone. In the seated body position, though, we're in really good shape. Overall levels in here, I mean, you can kind of see their milligauss and volts per meter in the seated body position is really good. You just get some emissions from the full spectrum heaters in the front, but the other heaters are shielded correctly. Now we have Health E2.5, one of my favorite saunas, both because it's spacious and because I do a lot of testing in here. It affords me the ability to test out supplemental heaters. We've been ordering, all kinds of stuff. We do the courses, teach you how to mount heat lamps. Not in this sauna specifically. We just use this one because it's big enough to get all the stuff to the side, have room for a camera, and then I still fit. So in this sauna, let's make sure it's turned on. This sauna is actually pretty difficult to get certain readings out of because it's always tested really low. But let's take a look and see how we're looking. It's hard to tell with this sauna if it's even on or not a lot of the time. You have to basically take the meters off of the board and find the areas where the connector connects to the back of the wall, and then you can generate a spike. Otherwise, it just seems like the sauna is borderline unplugged from the wall. But that's why we've always loved these, because you can buy them and you really don't have to worry about too much of this. Same thing for the electric. It's probably the lowest in the industry. It's difficult, like really, 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 really difficult to find the hot spots. But when you do, there will be one in here. There's always a spot where there's a connector or temperature sensor on the back of the heater. If I can find it, which you usually know where they are by heart, but today it is escaping me. I don't even know how to tell you what the average is in this thing. You'll find some spots, like I said, where you can generate a spike. But generally, I don't want to use the word zero, or I hate the terminology near zero EMF, because if it plugs into a wall, it's going to have some level of EMF. But if there's any sauna out there that's very difficult to generate any meaningful averages, it would be this one. It's almost nothing. There's certain spots that you find something, but overall, where you sit in this thing is no different than whether it's unplugged from the wall, which is what we like to see, because we can buy one and not have to worry about stuff like this. It's just peace of mind. All right, I have your microphone now. I wonder if... Oh.
It'll interfere with it.
You might want to be careful of that, pal. See how the camera guy tries to sabotage the videos? And you guys defend him in the comments. How dare you? Did you see that from the other day? They said, Aaron, don't worry about your hair. Don't listen to Matt. He's just badgering you. He's badgering the witness for no reason. Don't pay any attention to him. Traders. Next, let's try Pasco sauna. This is the one from the latest review. It's in the same spot. Hasn't moved. I don't know. I don't remember what the averages are. Okay, you're going to beep at me all of a sudden. Great. And then it doesn't beep. Very unreliable, this meter. I don't know what the deal is, but you guys can look. Let's see what happens on electric. Yeah, okay, so just like before. Let's go. That's not terrible, though. I mean, it's just under 200 volts per meter, 1.6 milligauss. Triple axis has it at almost 2 milligauss. And this is pretty good. I don't think it's terrible. Could be worse. 3.5 at the backrest. This meter that you guys are using is crazy to me. I don't know what it does or who makes it, but it seems a little bit unreliable.
A little bit?
Well, I mean, I can't get it to go blue in here no matter what we do. So even if I come, like usually...
Oh, there you go.
Usually if you come to the middle of the seated body position, you can get all the meters to go blue, right? But I mean, your shoulder is going to be over here. I don't know. Same deal. Not terrible, though. Overall, for this one, a little lower when using the board, but we're also not getting the corners. But it's still, I don't know, 200 plus volts per meter, maybe average 3 milligauss, 4 milligauss in some areas. I'm not spot checking it either. We're not really like finding the areas from the other review. But I mean, it's nothing like the ones from 5 years ago. So I have to give him credit on that. As we were filming this video, we realized that we were mixing price categories. And it's unreasonable to think that a $1,000 or $2,000 portable sauna is going to test the same as a $6,000 wooden sauna with EMF shielding. So we're going to do a part 2. I think you guys will love it. It'll serve you better. We're going to test a $2,000 Costco sauna, maybe a Life Pro. We'll throw in a $2,000 or under dome, some portable saunas, the DIY, and you'll have everything you need in 2 videos to get a really good idea of how products on the market test out.